Yeah.
Were you a McEwen guy too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I graduated from there in 2017
Nice.
in accounting. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
been a, it's
same.
been a, oh, no
Yeah,
way.
I was 2016
15? Well,
technically was my
Oh, that's
graduating year. Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we might have been in that
Maybe
same areas.
vaguely
Building
cross
5.
some
I'm
paths.
sure
Yeah,
we were in Building
Building
5
5,
at one
man.
point.
absolutely.
Everyone,
Were
yeah.
you in that same
Yeah, I
program?
was management.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were all in Building 5 in one point in our
Yeah.
life at the same time.
Some
Yeah.
some magical thoughts transpired in Building 5 of McEwen. So yeah, I think.
Start a podcast.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
to be a thing.
Yeah, it's school systems, they're I've obviously being in accounting, I guess now we're all doing different things. Or you're in management, so you kind of
Kind of. But I mean,
yeah.
I honestly, I don't think you can go to school for management.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
Yeah,
vague
it's-
sounding
it's
degree
yeah,
too,
it's like,
right?
what are you becoming, a manager?
Yeah,
What are you,
yeah.
what are you gonna manage? Yeah,
Yeah.
man. School, being an accounting graduate and then having that degree. Now it's fair. I should say this as a disclaimer. I wasn't a great student. So maybe my point on all this is subjective to
Yeah.
how I feel, but school just doesn't teach you, I think, the things you need to learn to truly have a successful life. It's just, and that's again my opinion, right? People watching,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't have, for me at least, it didn't have that, and never the fact that I wasn't a great student. I still feel like that it just didn't teach me the things I think I needed to learn to, like, when I get out of it, I can still manage to grow and learn. It almost made me not want to study anymore.
Yeah.
So
Well, I had a
that's
buddy who
why.
was a fucking amazing student, and he came out of there. He's like, I don't know shit.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. So I guess So I guess going back to that point, so
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
No.
Take my opinion on it.
No,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that are kind of that mind now.
Yeah.
Of which mind?
That school's kind of this, I don't know. It's this stepping stone that a lot of people need, but at the same time, it's almost like, specifically for the business faculty,
Yeah.
I feel like it's so generally irrelevant.
Yeah.
Maybe accounting or finance, but like,
But
Yeah.
yeah,
There's specific knowledge, but it's almost like a borderline arbitrary in that you can become a great student just because you know the, like, formula of, like,
oh yeah,
read this off the slide, study
Yeah.
for 20 minutes. Now I know it for the test and I can pick the
Yeah,
right box.
yeah,
But
yeah.
do you have any, like, synthetic knowledge of how to use it, sort of thing,
yeah,
right?
and that's I think the downfall of school. It tries to teach you a lot, especially a lot of things that you're just not interested in. But you kind of have to go through it to get to the next level. So you start developing these shitty habits, and I think that's my problem was with school at that time. Obviously you have to learn to then look back and then be able to, like, fix what you needed to fix. But I think that's what was one of the things. It just helped me develop, like, shitty habits where I was, I just wasn't getting the stuff done because I just feel like, well, I'm just going to study the night before and go in and pass because I really don't care about
Yeah.
what I'm learning here.
yeah,
So again, choices, right? I stuck through it. I just felt like I didn't know what else to do at that time with my life. So I was like, I need to at least have a degree so I can go work as an accountant, right? That was the goal. And even in that, when I got into accounting, it was a very early on decision. I grew up in Winnipeg. So I was taking accounting in a high school there, and I aced it. That was like, and I just aced it. So that's when I made the decision that I was going to be an accountant.
right,
Because I thought,
Okay.
like, I know how to do this shit, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
then I went into accounting at McEwen, and after like 2 years of, like, learning, I just realized that it's like doesn't interest me at all, right?
Yeah.
But it was like 2 years too late, almost. I felt like, so I was just like, I'm just gonna go through it, get out on the other end and figure something out. And even during that, again, that's why, maybe I didn't get all the benefits out of school, because even during it, my mind was like in all these different places. One day I'm trying to start an e-commerce shop, then the other day, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
then I was trading in my McEwen years. I was
Cool, cool.
I was
That's good.
trading, like, stocks and stuff I did that for about 2.5, 3 years. First, like, spent about a year on penny stocks, and then just like
Nice.
what was it called when you fake trade? So I did that.
paper
trading. Yeah. Paper.
yeah.
So I did paper trading. Then I did penny stocks. Then I went into, like, I found this prop firm that like funded me money if I like bought their course or whatever. So I went through that, and then I traded like bigger names like Netflix, and that I blew my account twice on that.
Nice.
And a lot of like bad financial decisions within those years, right? Because I was just in that mind state of like, if I want to make money, I gotta start something like right now, and it needs to like start bringing me money in.
Right.
So I was doing a lot of those errors in that time, and even like after that, you still learn, you still grow. So during that time, I wasn't paying much attention in school, I guess, right? So maybe because of that, I didn't get all the benefits. Because there are some people who like went to school and they love it, they have great paying jobs, and they have a lot more figured out in that term. But for me, it was always about like I want to do something for myself. I want to kind of start something for myself. So I like kept trying different things during those years, because I was just like, I don't care about what I'm learning. I might as well spend time doing a lot of that. And I'm very grateful I did, to be honest, because now it brought me to this point where I'm like, starting to like understand what I need to do and what I want to be and where I want to be, right? So
fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. You're in the right place. So
yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, school is an interesting one and we've had this great debate many times of like formal education versus informal, with us leaning towards the latter, the two of us at least. And I think because there's a lot of, something you kind of said there was, because there's a lot of stuff you don't want to do. And that was always my beef with electives, right? But at the same time, like, I get the gist of it, because you don't want to send someone to school and only learn this one thing and be a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
But then when you create 800 little rules, then they just do blow-off electives. But at the same time, for me, like, I took psychology in my 4th year of university, because I realized I hadn't used all my 100-level classes yet. So I'm like,
best thing to do.
Like Psych 104, there's probably like cute chicks there. I'll go do that, whatever, right? And like now it has inspired a lifelong interest in psychology, right? So
there are some courses
sometimes
that are amazing.
accomplishes it.
Yeah.
And for me personally, see, I was kind of the same way where, I don't know, maybe as an accountant you can relate to this, or you're taking an accounting degree. For me, when I took the income tax class, and they give you a copy of the Income Tax Act, which is roughly about yay big for people watching. And I just looked at it. I'm like, fuck this. I don't want to do this for a career, man.
No, it's a huge book, man. And you have to highlight things and like leave tabs so you know which act to look at during exam. It was a stressful time of my account.
Nightmare.
And so going back to his point, if I could ever, like, if you're watching this and you haven't gone through university, try to take all the hard courses in your first few years, as many as you can, like 200, 300 level ones, and then leave some of the 100 level ones to the last year. So you can literally have one last semester where you're just doing like Psych 100.
Yeah, Psych 100, and then maybe the capstone course if you're a business student.
Exactly. That's probably the best thing you can do.
That's what I did.
But
my last semester,
all
all electives,
pretty chill.
Fucking astronomy, bro.
But definitely for me, once I kind of made that switch in my head, that we were very similar, where we were doing like entrepreneurial stuff towards the end of our degree, to a point I would like not study and be like, I actually started my real estate course while I was in school still, so I'd only work on that because that's all I cared about. And then we were doing all kinds of like,
we were selling
kind of
gimmicky
shit. We were selling on Amazon reseller
I'm banned.
stuff.
Can't even sell on Amazon anymore because we had such bad reviews.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was looking at some shitty rental properties.
We started an irrigation company.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was our one venture that actually
nice
was somewhat profitable, right?
Yeah.
So
did pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you guys kind of both got into real estate after.
Yeah,
and you guys are, I'm guessing you guys are part of like the same realtors team.
Correct.
And like,
is
it just you two in the team, or do you have more people?
We have two other guys.
Total.
Four. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
I worked my past 2 years before post-COVID. I worked for a marketing agency.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So one of our clients there were, realtors and stuff. So kind of got to know that, that industry a little bit. They weren't realtors, sorry. They were like
Right.
developers.
Gotcha.
But they had like, realtors and stuff on their team. So that was interesting 2 years of my life for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Was the shop you started, e-com shop, in uni Cadence, or was it something different?
No, that was something different.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what I was I think I was just trying to like drop ship like mugs and
whatever.
Like,
literally the same.
Like I was trying to, so it's funny because it always takes me back to like I've been trying to do this shit for like 2015. I feel like 2014, 2015 is when I started the whole Gainz Talk brand, and I've been trying to like learn and understand